Hello, and thank you very much for tuning in to learn about MessageExport, our new add-in for Microsoft Outlook that allows you to export email messages quickly and easily into a variety of different formats. Today I'm on Windows XP running Outlook 2003, although MessageExport also runs on Vista and Outlook 2007. And in this copy of Outlook, MessageExport has already been installed, and there is a quick access toolbar that you'll see right here at the top, right below the main Outlook toolbar. Let me just show you very quickly how fast it is to get started with MessageExport. The first thing that you need to do is just select the email messages that are of interest to you. I'll select a few of them here. Then we go up to the Quick Access toolbar and select the export profile that we wish to use. In this case, I am going to select, let's go PDF format. Now that my email messages have been selected and my quick export format has been selected, I just click the export button. MessageExport will then ask me where I want to save these messages. Now I'll just mention as an aside here that this location, if I always want to export to this location when I use this profile, I can configure the profile to do that. But today, MessageExport has been set up to ask me where I want to put the messages, so I'll tell it to put it in this folder. MessageExport then goes to work exporting the messages into PDF format, and then we're done. You can use MessageExport to export from 1 to 1,000 messages if you like. I'm going to minimize look, and let's go take a look in the exported email folder. And you can see here are the 3 messages that I had selected for it to output into PDF format. I'll go ahead and click on one of them and just show you what it looks like. You can see we have the email information here on the top, and MessageExport assembled the HTML from this HTML message and assembled it into PDF portable document format. I'm going to close Adobe Reader, and I'm going to close my folder and bring back Look. Okay, so that's how easy MessageExport is to use. Let me show you some of the powerful features that we have behind the scenes that you have to that there are when you decide to set up an export profile. There's 2 ways that you can access MessageExport settings. One is to click on the tool icon here from the MessageExport toolbar. The other way is to go up under Tools, MessageExport, and select Options. When the options screen comes up, the first thing that it shows you are all the different profiles that are available to you, and any profile here would also be available through the Quick Access toolbar. You can edit any of these just by clicking, highlighting it and pressing Configure, and you can change the name of it. Maybe we want to change it from Export to MHT to Export to MHTL. So we go ahead and do that, and that basically changes the name of it. We can change these names to anything that we want. We can also add new profiles, and here we can. This is my profile. I can't think of any other name right now, but the profile name would go up here. And I won't go into a lot of detail right now because a lot of this information is contained in the help file that accompanies MessageExport. But I want to give you a quick idea of just how many powerful features are available to you and how you might use them. So again, naming the profile, call it anything that you like. The export target, you can select folders. Now this is where the folders are that you would like to export. You can use an Outlook folder. You can even use a folder and all of the subfolders in that folder, for example. You can use an Outlook folder. You can use an export format. Again, you have all these different export formats available to you to select. You can even select to output the messages directly to a printer if that's what you want to do. There are some capabilities built in here for handling the export of file attachments as well. MessageExport will also keep track of the email messages that you have exported. So if you need to go back and select a batch of messages, but you don't want to export messages that you've already exported, then you may want to go ahead and turn on this feature. Let me jump over to export name. With message export, you have a lot of power to name the exported files on the fly. So, for example, if I want, I can say always use the from field and append the receive date. And when message export exports the files, it will create a name for the file based on this criteria that I'm specifying on this page. You can also have it prompt for a name, which is great if you're exporting emails one at a time, but it would be you'd want to probably do something automatic if you were exporting large numbers of messages at a given time. You can also fill in by a predefined with index, which means that you can type in Johnson case, and it will append this information to the overall name. Okay, with compress output, you have the ability to export directly into a compressed format, such as a zip file, and you can compress exported messages individually, or you can compress them all together. And you can select a low compression level or a very, very high compression level as well. So, of course, the higher compression levels would require a bit more time. You also have the ability to select a password. So if you are exporting and you always want to take your output and put it into a zip file and apply password protection to that batch of messages, you can configure a password here as well. So with output folders, message export will prompt you before it processes messages where it should export those messages to, or you can select a predefined folder. So in this case, I'm going to say always export into the exported email folder when I run this profile. So if I was working on a case, if I was in a law firm, and I could set up this profile so that it would always export that email, or always export that information to the same folder each time. You can also generate folder trees as well based on a number of different criteria. And after export, you can tell message export to do something after it completes the export of the messages. You can remove the source messages. You can execute a shell command if there's another application that you want to bring up. You can do that on a per item basis, or if you export on the entire batch of files, you can also run some different commands here as well. So there's a lot of important and powerful features within message export that makes it a very valuable and useful utility for a variety of applications. And we thank you very much for your interest. And if you have any questions, please visit our website at www.encryptomatic.com/messageexport, one word, or email us at support@encryptomatic.com. And again, we thank you very much for your interest. Please watch for future videos and other videos that we may post here that will explain more features about message export. Thanks again.